do a lot of miles quickly. Yeah, you drive a lot.
In this video, I get to ask questions to an actual mechanic who's also an engineer and take you along as he guides me through on how to do an oil change of my 2012 Toyota FJ Cruiser. He tells me some hard truths about my vehicle.
Because like it has got 211,000 Ks on it, so you would expect a bit of wear, right? It's getting a bit old.
What? Some common mistakes people make.
People over tighten these all the time.
Shares loads of knowledge.
Press it on there.
And we even have a few laughs.
It's in my face, man.
You should be a teacher, mate.
I should be a...
You should be a mentor.
No.
So grab yourself a refreshment and a notepad because you may just learn something. And let's get into it with Grant and me, the 4x4 Newb. So Grant, I'm not an engineer or a mechanic, but you are. So show me some easy checks that people can do, like coolant. See this stuff here, like, is that normal?
I would say it is kind of normal, but it's not ideal. So you're probably getting a little bit of a leak from this cap, or it could just be residue of where it's been filled up and someone's made a bit of a mess. But the levels down here, so there's like a full line and a low line, and yours is just below that full line, which is quite good.
Yep, so that's a full line.
Yeah, and your level is sitting just below it, which is exactly where we want it.
So this oil change we're doing here is 211,000. So we'll call that a 5,000 K change, wouldn't we?
Yeah. I'd change it every 5. So
yeah,
probably do like a full inspection every 10, but just change your oil every 5. So that's not a problem. Nah, if it wasn't super hot, I'd probably pop the radiator cap and just make sure that it's full in here, just in case there's a blockage between this system and that system. But I assume there wouldn't be. But once the car's cooled down, we'll check that. You check your air filters, check your brake fluid level, check all your fluid levels, like your power steer as well. Check for like basically contamination and colour of your power steer fluid. Same with like your coolant. Same with your brake fluid actually, so like all your fluids, you just check like for any contaminants or anything like that, check the colour, make sure they're all good. Check for any like obvious oil leaks or anything like that. So check your belt, make sure that tension's okay, check if it's not fraying.
And we're just doing that now, just looking over it, right?
Yeah, so you do that when, like, I'll grab a torch and have a good look at everything. Another good check is like check all your battery terminals, make sure they're tight, make sure there's no corrosion on them, anything like that. Yeah, check for like any like obvious signs of wear or anything like that. Check for like any abnormalities.
Yep.
From Odell, there you go, Odell 2026. Yeah, anything like that. Because like it has got 211,000 Ks on it, so you would expect a bit of wear, right? It's getting a bit old.
I don't think, what? These things go for like 500,000 Ks.
I don't know about that,
Toyota,
mate.
bro.
Nah, I don't know, buddy.
What do you mean you don't know, buddy?
It's only a 4-litre petty. Maybe if it was a diesel, you'd expect a fair bit of life, but like new engines don't expect the same amount of life as the old ones.
What do you mean?
So like an old 2.8 Hilux engine, if that thing's kept as like an NA, you're going to expect, you know, nearly 500,000 Ks out of it.
Oh, you can't expect 500,000 Ks out of this?
I wouldn't expect it, no.
Really?
Yeah, really.
You're breaking my heart there, Grant.
Yeah.
So what am I going to have to put a new engine in it?
No, but just like, depends what the maintenance, like, depends how, like, you obviously haven't owned the car for that long, so it's like...
It's been 2 years now.
2 years, yeah, but what year model is this? 2015?
2012.
2012, so there you go, we're in 2026 now.
But I knew the owner.
So it's 14 years old, had a 12-year life for you. So it's like, how was it treated?
It was treated well, I knew the owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always serviced on time. That's why I bought it, right? Because I knew the owner.
True.
I was looking at 5 or 6 of them.
Has he owned it since new?
Yeah, and I wanted the 2013 because it had factory bigger tank and crawl control.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. But because I knew the owner, I bought this one.
But yeah. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully this one's been really good then.
Okay. Cool. All right, well, let's get into it.
Cool.
You're going to make me do it, so...
Cool. So,
follow.
First thing is like, you always undo your filler cap. That way, if you, for some reason you can't undo the filler cap, you haven't exactly like just drained your car with all its oil and you can't basically fill it back up. So undo that. And that also means...
So the filler cap here?
Yeah, undo the filler cap. That also means when we undo it, like, it'll let air basically straight into the engine, so you won't get like that glug, 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 glug as it comes out the back.
As you're draining it, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a bottle when you're trying to drink it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Plus, it's just good practice. Same with like all your diffs, all your gearboxes, always undo your filler. So like your diffs, if you've been full drive and you know you've never done your diff oil or you haven't done it in like 100,000 Ks, you can't, like say you drain it and then you can't undo your filler, you've just drained your diff, got your car stationary, and you can't actually fill the oil, so you can't drive the car anymore.
You should be a teacher, mate.
I should be a...
You should be a mentor.
No. So yeah, once that's like that, we'll put her up in the air and start draining the oil. So you got to drop all the bash plates. You probably don't have to, you can probably go through this inspection hole, but I reckon we just drop them all, that way we're not going to make a mess. Pretty sure it's going to be up front here. But that's where you drain your oil from. That's your automatic transmission oil, that one.
Automatic transmission oil?
Yeah, it sits in that one.
I'm pretty handy with the tools, mate.
Are ya?
No.
I could tell.
Well, that's part of learning, right?
Yep.
You want to poke it?
You want me that one?
Right. Oh, yeah, yeah.
That one? Oh, no, there's not one up there, but yeah, another one there.
Yep.
Now make sure it's on there before you...
Yeah, buddy.
So just let that one hang, I reckon. She's going to sit up there against like the other bash, I reckon.
Yep.
Make sure it's not going to fall on her hands. That's your oil filter in there. Hope they gave us the right one.
Yep. What are we using here?
So this is a gearbox jack. We're just going to use it to hold our little oil container. Yeah, but it's alright. Your thing's a bit stuffed, so it works.
What do you mean it's stuffed?
So that's, you're meant to undo that and it's meant to be able to drain it, but that's tighter than what the actual housing is. I'm pretty sure, I remember it from last time. So I went to drain it and it actually unwound the whole housing, which in this case is good because we don't have a tool for the housing.
So, do I need to get a tool or do I need new housing?
No, it's fine. You can't drain the filter for when you change it. So potentially you might make more of a mess, but who cares, we're good. But are you draining it?
You can just supervise me.
So you want to drain that one?
Yep, so just, what am I doing?
Spanner?
Spanner, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, crack it off though, so get that out of your way probably while you crack it off. No, it has to be dead flat. No. Yep.
Why does it have to be dead flat?
Otherwise you'll strip it.
Yeah, cool. That's a good little tip there for everyone. It's a bit tight under here, dude.
Yeah.
So why does it have to be dead flat?
Because you'll strip it.
Otherwise?
Yep.
Okay. And to the right, yeah? What are all these muscles for, mate?
Yeah. All showing, no going, mate. Oh, fucking peanut.
So it's not, is it because it's just not strong enough or what?
No, you just...
Did you tighten it up each last time?
Nah, it's probably in positioning is a bit cunt. Here, you want to try this?
Yep, so pull this on a little bit, yep. And just crack it off, eh?
Yep.
I'm going the right way, yeah?
Should be.
That way.
Yeah, you're loosening, right?
Hey?
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing?
fucking trying to get.
Let me try. Before you something.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Here, we're going to retake that so it looks like I'm doing it. Okay, so that was done.
Yep. Now you undo it.
And it pisses out, eh?
Yeah, so you filming this bit? I want to see if you get
Should
covered
be
in shit. Yep, good. All right.
Want to see if we get covered in shit?
Yeah, so you don't want to get oil on your hands.
Yep, so just quickly out.
So the trick is, when you undo it, you'll wind it off,
Yeah.
and then like while you're winding off, you hold pressure upwards.
Okay.
So then when it's at the end, you can feel that like it's not coming out any further, like the thread's finished, but you're still holding it up there. And then what you do is you just quickly kick it out and then out like that.
Yep, and don't drop it in there.
Yeah, don't drop it in there. Watch your shoes. No, that's tightening.
Must be pretty close, huh?
Let's see. You'll be able to feel it.
Yeah, I think we can feel it. And then it's out. No. Yep. No.
Yeah, I'd say you're pretty close.
I'm pretty getting...
You got oil on your fingers, yeah.
Aha!
You got, yeah, both your hands covered in oil.
That wasn't too bad.
Nah, that's not bad.
So how long do we leave this for?
Till it's empty. So you just wait until the oil's drained, mate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then, because we've only got one container, we've got to wait till that's done. We'll put the drain, like the sump plug back in, and then we'll drain the filter. If that's good enough, you can put that back in. So typically, what you would do now too is replace that sump gasket washer, but we don't have one, so back she goes.
Should we not have got one?
Nah, that's all right.
Okay, isn't that dodgy though?
I wouldn't call it dodgy. It's probably not perfect practice.
Right, so perfect practice, which is what I
Replace the sump plug washer.
prefer to do.
Yes.
Replace the sump plug washer.
But we didn't get a new one, so
Well, we didn't get a new one because you didn't tell me to get one.
yeah, because she'll be right.
This car is not a she'll be right, mate.
So typically, like people over tighten these all the time. So they only just got to be that tight. That's it. Arguably, can be probably even slightly looser than that.
So hand, not, just a bit over hand tight.
Just firm, yeah. You're only holding back oil. There's no, it's not actually holding anything together. It's just holding back liquid.
Okay.
So then just wipe it. That way we'll know if it's leaking for next time. If you had some brake cleaner or anything like that, you'd probably give it a bit of a spray. All right, so next is the filter. So this one's a cartridge filter rather than just a spin-on. So that's up there is just a 3/8 drive. So typically, I'll explain why yours is not 100% perfect. So I believe you should be able to separate this steel ring from the plastic housing. When you undo this, it should drain out of there. It allows you to drain the filter before you actually pull the cartridge out. For some reason, I'd say yours has been over tightened, and now when you go to undo this, the whole casing spins. Which, when you don't have an actual tool for the casing, it's a good thing.
So today it's okay.
Today it is okay.
Do we need to get a replacement casing?
No. All right, you can undo that.
Okay. Am I going to get dirty here?
You will. So you wait till the end, and then.
So should we put this under?
Yeah, but you'll be in your way. So.
Is it
What are you doing, brah?
This is a clean shirt, man.
So to make it easy, hold pressure upwards with one hand here, and then the other one crank on the handle.
Do you want to show me how to do it?
Yeah,
I think you should show me how to do it.
Hold her up there. Hold pressure with one hand, and
Do you want this bucket?
Yeah, I will, but it'll be a while. See how that just got looser? So we're now past the O-ring. Hopefully we don't make a mess. So that's got a lot less tension on it now. Get rid of that.
Oh. I'll get you a rag.
Yep. So like, you see how it all came out then?
Yeah.
So typically you'd be able to drain it.
What do you mean? Oh, right from there.
And then it wouldn't all flow out like that.
So it'd just be that little bit to come off?
Yeah, so it'd be like the drain plug, and then you'd be able to unscrew it and there wouldn't be any oil left in there.
Okay.
But we don't have that luxury. So you pull that out of there. That's like your oil filter, that's the replacement part. That's the cartridge. And it'd be good practice basically to wipe all this down. That's when you want, maybe we do look for some waxing grease. Some in an aerosol or a pressure pack.
What was my oil like?
So it's pretty brown, like it was due. I don't know, a lot of people service their cars like every 10 or longer because they're like, oh, my service manual says every 15. But I wouldn't be doing that. I do my car every 5.
Especially if you're going off-road?
Oh, I mean, not really, like it doesn't matter. It's just like age and wear on the engine, right? So it's all kilometres and time, and you do a lot of miles quickly. Yeah, you drive a lot. The stuff that goes in, you'll notice it's a lot cleaner. It'll be like a goldy colour. Yeah, see, so you get 2 O-rings in the pack. This O-ring here is for the out, so that's the old one. It sits on that groove there. And as I was saying before, it's like, typically that would undo, and that's what that O-ring will be for. In there. But that's stuck in there, so we're just gonna leave it. It's obviously not leaking, so that's all good. That's your new filter. Press it on there.
Just go a bit slower, mate.
Press it on there. Place our O-ring.
Don't forget, I'm trying to learn this.
Yeah, mate, sorry. Put her on there. And before we wind this in, what we'll do is we'll smear a bit of oil on that. That way when we're doing it up, it's not going to grab and pinch or anything like that.
Bit of new oil?
It doesn't actually matter. So you can use, I'll use a bit of old oil. It's just a little bit of lubricant. That's all it is. So I think there was a bit of diesel oil already in that container because that oil is black. And Odell's oil wasn't actually that bad. So always start everything by hand. Make sure that everything's started nicely, and then we'll wind it back in with our tool.
Tool, not a tool.
Tool that's not a tool. And it's only a plastic cartridge, right? So you don't want to over tighten these. If you over tighten them, you can crack them.
And is it going to leak, or you just got your new one?
If it cracks, it'll leak. You definitely need to get a new one.
So will you know straight away?
Yeah, usually you crack it, you'll hear it.
Okay. Don't crack it.
No, that's tight. That's good. And now that we've found that spray bottle, I'm just going to give everything a little clean. Do you want to give everything clean? So just, even that little sump plug where we drain the oil from, just give that a little spray. Give the oil filter a spray. We got a bit of oil on that bash plate on the right-hand side, so just give that a little spray. Obviously, like, the one thing you want to do now is you want to have it so that everything's clean, so when you do a service next time, you don't think there's leaks or anything like that. So just here as well, that's all me. This is me. Just watch the ground.
Yep.
Don't want to, like, stand in that shit and then walk it everywhere. Cool.
Do you want to do it again?
No. Gucci, that's good. That's good.
Sure, it's clean?
Yep, that's good.
That's those things done, hey Grant?
Yep. So it's all drained, bash plate's back on, so the next thing now...
Yeah,
sick. The next thing now... It's in my face, man. The next thing now is basically just fill her up.
What do you reckon of the suspension in this thing?
It's pretty good.
Because you designed it?
Yeah, whoever designed it knows what they're doing. Nah, it wasn't even me. I didn't do this one, no. But it looks pretty.
So how long were you a mechanic for? Since you were a little boy.
Yeah, I started my apprenticeship when I was 14, so finished it when I was like 21, maybe?
Yeah, what are you now? You're like 21?
No, I'm like 26.
You got a girlfriend? Don't overfill it. What happens if you overfill it?
Drain it.
So how do you know not to overfill it? Like, is there markers and stuff?
Yeah, so there's marks on the dipstick, but we're only going to put in like, you know, we're not going to overfill it. So we're going to like put in a fair bit and then check it and then put in a bit more, check it. Going to keep doing that.
Is it pretty common for people to overfill these?
I don't know. I don't usually.
Well, I guess you don't work with newbies.
No. Hold that little makeshift funnel.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and not make a mess.
Should we have rags down at all or no?
Nah, we're not going to make a mess. We'll be fine. Yeah, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. See how that's kind of goldy?
Yeah.
There you go, that's what clean oil looks like.
Looks like honey.
Yeah.
Sort of. You work on your car much?
Yeah.
So what car you got? What vehicle you got?
GQ Patrol. Yeah, sick. Absolute weapon, best full drive ever invented. Never gonna beat it. TD42, best engine in the world.
Why?
Because they're unbreakable, mate. Like, simple, to be honest, that's why I like it. Simple, easy to work on. And it's got like 400,000 Ks on it, it still goes good. Makes plenty of power.
Your dad's got one too, eh?
Yeah, except it's as slow as.
That'd be nice working on it with your dad.
I haven't in years.
Okay.
Alright, we'll check the oil there. It's probably going to still need a bit more, but it's a good place to stop and double check it. Checking the oil, initially we wipe it, and I'm hoping it's actually a little bit over full. Because we haven't started it yet, and that oil filter cartridge isn't full of oil. So once you start it, the engine gets oil pressure, it'll basically pump oil into that oil filter and basically get oil everywhere it needs to go. And then you recheck it and make sure it's full then. So, see how we're a bit over full? We're probably like a centimetre above full. So, that's our oil mark there. That's our full mark. Probably not a bad place to be. So, we'll leave it there. We'll pull our funnel out, put our cap back on, and start her up. No, so that's already above full. After we start it, we'll check it again. We may have to put a little bit more in, but looking at that, we probably won't have to.
How do I go as a funnel holder?
Good, mate.
Always need praise, man.
All right, you want to start her up?
Start her up?
Yep.
Just on the spot?
So there'll be an oil light that'll go out. So there's a red little oil light, which looks like a little like genie lamp.
Clutch in.
It's automatic.
Yeah.
See the little oil light?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, start her up. See how it's still on? And it'll turn off. See how it's turned off? It's gone. So you can probably let it run for like 10 seconds, probably not bad practice. And then just turn her off. Turn it off. So wipe it again. I'm hoping it's come down. I'm hoping we're not a little bit over full.
Very full, you have to drain it.
I'm not draining it. Nah, so we're down. We've got to fill more up. That's good. So we do it again. We're not leaking?
Nah,
Okay,
you're leaking now.
let's try that.
Just going to check the oil again.
Yep.
So what happened?
So like you notice how much oil we just put in that second time?
Yep.
Not a lot. So, and we were down below the low line. So the engine already had like 6 litres in it or 5.5 litres or whatever. And it was showing up here. So people think you're like, you know, my engine's nearly out of oil when you're down here. It's like, the difference between this point and this point is like 400 mil, 500 mil. So it's like, when you still got it on your dipstick, it's not like you should be worrying. Obviously your engine, it's not ideal. You want to get it back up to your full line, but it's not like you're completely out of oil. It's hard to say. Usually you go from where like the line was completely solid. It's a little bit hard to check.
Because yours quite light, or?
Yeah, because it kind of scrapes it off, and as a rule you go from where the line was fullest. But it looks like it was full up here, and it's just scraped it off. Might just put a little bit more in just to be just to be 100% sure. That's good. It's probably a little bit over full, I reckon. It's a little bit hard to tell on that dipstick, but a little bit over full isn't the end of the world. I'd much prefer it than being a little bit under, because the engine's got 210,000 Ks on it, so it probably will burn a little bit. So, yeah, should be good.
All right, Grant, so that was like an hour and a half for an oil change.
Yeah, that's a bit embarrassing, mate. That's pretty slow.
Yeah, but, yeah, but you were telling me what to do, and I was pretty useless, so.
Yeah, and that's clean up, plus, yeah, bit of teaching, bit of cleaning, and it's like...
So that wasn't a full service. I thought we were going to do a service, but what would a service include that we didn't do today?
Oh, service is heaps, so it's like, I don't know, it's typically like... This is how I understand it, so this is how we used to do it. You could get a service and inspection, which was like, you know, a full inspection, a full shit list. So they'll run through, check everything from wheel bearings to belts to seat belt frays to all your lights, everything like that, fluids. Obviously anything that's required in a logbook service as well. So that's typically sold as like a service and inspection, and you'll like pay a few $100s for it. What we realistically did was a bit of a makeshift just oil change. So you just change the oil, change the filter. There's a couple of things we had to look at because we were already there. And like if you are doing them every 5,000 Ks, which is what you're doing, yeah, and then like every 10 obviously do the full service and inspection.
Okay, so probably full service and inspection next time for mine?
Yeah, I reckon so, yep.
But mate, I probably will take it back to my mechanic to get it done, because like the filter oil was 150, and that's a trade price. And then, you know, whatever else he does.
Yep. So I imagine it's like if he's charging you $400, he's probably like, it's like more. Yeah, 400, 450, 500. Typically like full drives are more expensive purely because there's more things to check. That probably also includes like you'll grease all your unis, all your ball joints that are greasable, he'll grease them.
Oh yeah, because my upper control arms you meant to grease every service as well. We didn't do those.
No, we didn't do those.
So you should have really had a look at those.
Yeah, but it's 5,000 Ks. Do them at the 10,000 K service, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, so quite a few things.
Yeah, quite a few things. So like, yeah. You're paying that $500, you'll get it's obviously includes a few hours labour and then the cost of the oil and the filter. I imagine like air filter, fuel filter like that, that's probably not included, that's probably extras.
Yeah, and labour's like $150.
Yeah, well Dad's shop is now, I think he's $160 an hour now and he's looking at putting it up, so.
Yeah, so that would have cost, well, $160 in labour. You wouldn't charge me out at $160 for what I did. But you, so $160 and the cost of the stuff, you know, there's $300 easy.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you, my brother.
All good, mate. All good.
There you have it. Hey, if you watched all the way to here, thank you. I'm stoked I could share the lessons I learned with you. I also want to shout out my place of work, Outback Armour. To be able to use a hoist after hours and film in that workshop is massively appreciated. If you're looking for a suspension upgrade, look us up. I got a bunch of travel videos I got to edit. I got Gary a couple times, some additions to the setup of the FJ Cruiser, some reviews of those additions, and a completely different vehicle build that's about to start on one of my dream vehicles. I've also got an Outback adventure and a four-wheel driving lesson where I lost all control of my vehicle. And there are a few of the videos I have to get done while working and running a dojo and trying to be a better four-wheel driver. Hit the sub button and shoot me some comments. Let me know that you're watching, and I'll see you soon. You.